Hey, what's good, YouTube? It's your boy Poppa Dozier, CampaignSG. I'm back with another video, man. Yeah, I just got back from walking, so sweaty, dirty, ready to go take a bath and shit. But hey, man, I was just when I was just walking, I was listening. I was on YouTube scrolling. I just came across a video, and basically with this topic, with this title. Shout out to Dozier. It's good to see she's still doing her thing. But hey man, I was listening to a lot of points she was making, and I agree with a lot of points she was making. I really don't disagree with nothing. You feel me? Far as, you know, like when a lot of people, you know, jumping from job to job, running from one job to the next, putting a job before yourself, feeling like, you know, in some cases it's necessary, but at the end of the day, a job is a job, and they all gonna have their pros and cons. You feel me? Y'all already know how if you watch my channel, you already know how I feel when it comes to a job. Like, it's nothing wrong with working as long as you put yourself first. You feel me? That's the main thing when it comes to working these jobs. You gotta put yourself first. You feel me? Even me, like this me talking to myself. Like, I always gotta make sure I put myself first if I'm gonna work for anybody, because you can get lost in the sauce working these jobs. And then we all know what comes from working jobs. You know, the whole people be clicked up and, you know, just the shit that really don't matter. You feel me? It only matter because you at that job. Like, it's so many times I done been to jobs and it's like you were down there get consumed in what people got going on, shit that don't matter to your life at all. Like, even conversations that you will find yourself having, that you only having these conversations because you around these people and you seeing them every day. You feel me? But you know, at the end of the day though, you know, like, it's a lot of money out here. Like, you can make money. Like Dozier, she always talk about ride sharing, like food delivery and shit like that. And yeah, you can make money doing all that type of stuff. I just actually I just got a situation going with Amazon Flex. I've been on their waiting list forever. They just finally let me in. But I do, you know, I do other shit too. So I got guaranteed money too. So it's like, that's just extra money. But at the end of the day, it don't matter how you get the money. I feel, me personally, it don't matter how the money come. I feel like the most important thing is what you do when you get the money. You feel me? How you moving, you feel me? Because a motherfucker who work a job, it's nothing wrong with that if you doing right by the money, putting it into yourself, creating your life outside of work that you want for yourself, creating something, you feel me, something for yourself. Even if you invest in anything, any type of knowledge, investing into yourself. But the problem become most times in most people's situation is, you know, working a job, then you just working and the job just become everything. You ain't doing nothing for yourself. When you clock out, you ain't really got nothing besides your family and shit other than your job. That's when it's a problem, you feel me? Because now your whole life based around work, you feel me? And that's probably one of the worst situations you want to be in. You know, I feel like if you do work a good job, you make good money, because having a job do bring you a sense of peace when it comes to how shit gonna get paid and stuff, you feel me? So it's 50-50, because at the same time, you know, if you ever been to somebody who you had your back against the wall, you know, when your back against the wall, you probably done got fired or something like that. You know, you gotta make shit happen. So it's like, the job is a safety net, which will make you comfortable. But at the same time, it is a way to take away some stress, because when you got bills and shit and responsibilities of kids or whatever, rent, car note, or anything, and you don't know how you gonna pay it, that's really stressful, you feel me? That's the reasons why a lot of people fucked up right now, locked up and hitting licks and doing a lot of shit, you know? But at the same time, you feel me? That's the reason why a lot of people are comfortable, and a lot of people can't climb out their situation too, because they just so consumed by their job. That's all they do is go to work. Like, that's the only way they even try to make money, you feel me? And you know, in that video I was watching, she was talking about, you know, how you could get on YouTube and do all this stuff, which you see, y'all, if you watching this video, you watching it on YouTube. So I am a perfect example, and I ain't making a lot of money on YouTube. So YouTube is not what pay my bills and take care of me. But at the same time, I got a lot of other stuff going on, and I do work, and I do whatever. I'm gonna do what I gotta do. You feel me? I'm just one of them type of people, but you gotta be like that. You feel me? Whether you got a good job or you got no job, you gotta always have that mentality that you gonna make it work regardless. You feel me? But if you don't really know how to get money other ways, or you ain't willing to go, you ain't willing to get out here on YouTube and all this, you can't just work your job. But you gotta be willing to do right by the money, educate yourself, spend some money. It costs money to make money. You feel me? It take money to make money. You might have to spend money on a mentorship, some type of information, knowledge, whatever. If you ain't willing to do that, then you might just be assed out. So, it's all give or take, man. Like, I ain't really, I used to have the mindset just fuck every job and stuff like that. But I ain't really trying to, I ain't gonna bash no job though, because me doing this YouTube stuff, some of my subscribers and stuff, I did realize over time, like, it's people out here who is living a good life and they got a job. But the reason why is because while they working, they like, say they work for 10 years, they might have a 10-year plan. You feel me? 20 years or whatever. Like me personally, I've been getting my finances like at a real, like getting real strategic and real strict with my finances. Well, I don't want to say real because I just try to pay myself first. So lately I've been investing I don't even want to say investing, I've been saving in the Bitcoin. Bitcoin looking real good right now. But obviously we know the market's volatile and it fluctuates. But I've been just focused on paying my debt and putting the rest of the leftover money into Bitcoin. That's it. Them my main things. And then, I do other stuff, day trading and all type of stuff, my website. I got new, I'm gonna take y'all on this journey with me, but I say all that to say is, I got other stuff going on and I still work for myself. I still do my own thing. So you gotta have that type of mentality. You can't just only work for somebody and think these jobs gonna save you, but you can't have the mentality that you're not gonna work for nobody at all and be broke. Now if you somebody like what DoorDash was saying, if you somebody if you ain't trying to work for nobody, but you gonna go hard with ride sharing or DoorDash or Uber Eats or anything like that, Amazon Flex, you feel me, whatever, then that's cool. But you can't just not do nothing and expect results. And if you finna start YouTube or anything, you gotta know that everybody don't just, if we be realistic, everybody don't just take straight off. I've been monetized on YouTube going on a year. And I could have put more work in to make more money, but at the same time, I still gotta do my real life shit to cover myself, because what about the months when your YouTube channel booming, but then it go low? Now you done expected it to keep producing these numbers and it ain't doing that. So at the end of the day, you don't got no control of none of this stuff. You don't got no control of your job. You don't got no control of your business. Your business have ups and downs. You don't got no control of your investments. So you don't got no control of none of this stuff. So with that being said, you just gotta do what you gonna do. You feel me? Like, don't get caught up into what everybody else doing, because shit happen different for everybody. But everything, if somebody else doing something, it is possible for you. But you gotta know, like, you gotta go at your own pace. You feel me? If you working a job right now, you making good money, and you got your expenses right, you could do certain shit with that money to position yourself over time. You ain't gotta go. You might don't have a reliable car right now to go do DoorDash and food delivery, but you got this job and it's 10 minutes away from your crib. Keep your job. But if you don't got no job and you got a car, it might be meant for you to do, so you gotta just work with your situation. You feel me? But that's my little input. I don't want to drag the video out too much. I just came across that video, and I just want to speak on it. I'm trying to get back in the algorithm. I see, DoorDash, she doing her thing. She got 100,000 views on that video. So, let me just speak my mind on it. That's how this shit go anyway. But Poppa Dozier, CampaignSG, man, I'm gone. I appreciate all y'all for rocking with me. And y'all just stay tuned for what's next, man. I'm gone.